Good morning, YouTube. Geo here. Just wanted to go over this Kitchenaid refrigerator, model number KSSS36QDX03. The refrigerator here that I was want to take a look at. Original complaint was that the freezer, it's a side-by-side refrigerator, and in the freezer section, it's continuously accumulating ice, frost on the back wall. It's like the unit is not going into defrost at all, or it's just running continuously, cooling until the evaporator coil becomes frozen. Now, I went to this unit twice. The first time when I got to this unit, the refrigerator was hot. The lights were on, but nothing was running. The unit was hot. I went ahead and I toggled the defrost timer, and the unit miraculously just came back on and started cooling again. So my thought was originally that, it was the defrost timer or, the cold control, something was going on there. This unit is a little, is designed a little bit differently. It's an older unit, but it, was well designed, for its time back then. So we're just gonna take a quick look at this and see what could be the cause for the freezer evaporator coil to continuously be frozen. What will cause that? So taking a look at the drawing here, you could see that power comes in. This is the plug here, 120 volts. It goes through this this on and off switch here that actually turns both neutral and hot off going to the refrigerator. Power comes over here. You could see where it comes into the defrost timer. Now this is in cooling mode, so compressor, everything's supposed to be running. It comes over here to the defrost timer, and it comes down and come over here to number 3 on the cold control thermostat. This is a little special cold control thermostat here. I have never seen this one before, so that's new to me as well. And this just looks like a regular on and off switch inside of just a simple cold control, because this one here has a bimetal, so that's what's going to open and close this switch. This switch here just looks like once you turn the cold control from the off to the on position, it's going to close this switch here and send power down towards this PC board that's located inside the fresh food section. So that's where that PC board is. All right, now let's see where power comes. It comes down here. All right, and it goes to the light switch. Then it also comes and got tied onto the PC board here again. See, this is the hot. All right. So hot is coming in there, and from the cold control, it's coming in there. So you have hot once you turn the cold control on right here. See, it comes up. Right. So as soon as you turn the cold control switch on, in the freezer, this is located in the freezer section, it's gonna send hot right here. As soon as that switch is on. Also, hot is already tied. Once you plug the fridge in and this switch is open, this switch is closed here, it's gonna send hot all the time to this PC board here. All right, so the PC board is getting voltage. Line 1, both the cold control and directly from the wall supply, the outlet. Okay, so now you have these two contact points here, RW and R. So let's look where RW goes. RW go all the way back up here just for the evaporator fan motor. All right. So that's what controls the evaporator fan motor. The refrigerator control, that's in the fresh food section. RW, you could see there's no other connection point. So that's the only thing control the evaporator motor. Now we have R, which comes up. It turns on the freezer side panel heater. You could see it's also powered by the cold control thermostat. So if you know it's below temperature, the cold control closes. It's also going to receive power that way. It comes up, and you could see there's a wiring connection here. And that comes down to the compressor and also over to the condenser fan motor. So that's how the condenser fan motor gets line and neutral to run. It comes down, it powers the compressor. That's how the compressor is running. And it also comes up and power the control timer motor. You could see it there. And the control timer motor gets neutral by coming back, going through the defrost bimetal that's in the freezer and the defrost heater as well. So looking at this, you could see the timer motor gets power when either the fresh food section calls for it, send power up to this R wire here, this red wire, or if the freezer calls for it, that will also turn the compressor on. So this refrigerator system here got two controls that's able to get the compressor running. Whether the fresh food section needs additional cooling or the freezer section needs additional cooling, both controls are able to get the compressor running. Okay, so you could see where I point out before the timer motor gets neutral from straight through the bimetal and the defrost heater. So if the bimetal or heater is out, this timer won't work, and it will just be stuck in whatever position that it's in. So if it's in cooling position, it's gonna stuck in cooling position. If it's in heating position, it's just gonna get stuck over here because the motor will not work to kind of advance this thing, so it will be able to switch on and off. Okay, so all right, so you could see here. So if temperature in the freezer section falls, it will turn that on. That will send power to the timer motor, compressor, and everything. All right, so let's see here. The question is, why is the freezer side continuously freezing over? And we could see that if we even have an issue in the fresh food section with either the PC board or the thermistor, that's causing the fresh food section to continuously be calling for colder temperature, that will cause the actual compressor evaporator fan cooling system to continuously run, trying to get the fresh food section up to temperature. So little differently designed refrigerator than, we're all used to here. It's a little bit different back in the days. All right, so that's in the cooling mode here. So any one of these components can cause the refrigerator to be creating frost there. If this bimetal isn't working inside the cold control thermostat, and this is constantly closed, that will cause the compressor to run constantly, which will cause the evaporator coil in the fresh food section to be frozen over. Okay, if the PC board or thermistor in the fresh food section is not working, that will cause the similar same issue. Freezer evaporator to be frozen over. If the defrost timer is stuck, that will cause a defrost issue as well, because the timer won't be able to go into defrost. So let's go over this again. Different issues, different causes that may cause the freezer evaporator coil to be frozen over. All right, so one of the issue could be the timer not able to go into defrost. That has to switch out. The other issue, it could be the cold control thermostat that's causing the cooling system, the compressor, to run continuously. Also, it could be caused by the fresh food control, the thermistor or PC board, out of spec or defective, will also cause the cooling system, the compressor on this unit, to run continuously. Or if the defrost heater or bimetal is out, that's one of the other thing that will cause the motor not to advance for it to switch over. So those two things will cause you to have a frozen evaporator coil. And you see neutral is over here. That's how the evaporator fan get neutral, condenser fan get neutral, compressor, and also how the PC board gets its neutral. So the PC board need line and neutral in order to do its functions there. Now let's take a look at this unit in defrost mode. Let's see what's going on here. Here's the unit in defrost, and you could see here 120 volts comes in, comes over, comes down, go to the PC board as usual, comes down, go to the ice maker, and it comes up, goes to the timer. Let's see here. Yeah, goes to the timer. The timer switches into defrost. So now the timer motor is actually getting power coming over here, and then it comes up and goes through the defrost bimetal and to the defrost heater. Now you see where this is now running power this way, where when you look at it up here, it was actually neutral that was actually coming through the defrost heater bimetal over to give neutral on the timer motor over this side. Now it is switched, where before neutral was over there, now neutral is over here, and that's how the timer motor is getting power to continuously advance, because this timer mode is 120 volts. And you could see that the timer motor now is getting neutral through the condenser fan and also through the actual compressor winding. So it has two paths for neutral to get this timer keep going, just in case if the condenser fan motor is out. So in this layout, the only reason why the Eden element won't come on is if you know, something is going on with one of these components, which we already checked the heating element, and everything works because we're able to turn it on manually just by advancing the timer. Yeah, so this was a little bit uniquely designed in all normal refrigerators, so I just wanted to make a video of this and you know, kind of share it with you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Thanks for watching.